in the middle of the field. A lot of pace from Pedro on that right-hand side.
What about Brentford? They counted like this.
Dean Smith with this 11. Daniel Bentley in goal. 9 clean sheets in 28 matches. Came over the past summer from Southend United. Nico Yanaris, 2 goals this season, both in league play, and he began his career with Arsenal. And then up top, we talked about Lasavibe, the Dane up top. 4 goals in all competition comes in, and there's going to be pressure on him to figure it out because...
Into the distance, Michael Oliver with the whistle. And away we go with Brentford of the English second tier, the Championship, in the red and white stripes. And Pedro, such a 7-figure move last summer to Brentford. Willian, Bentley couldn't reach that. Smoothly dispatched by the Brazilian, and Chelsea have an early lead in the cup.
Well, that's what he was doing time and time again last year, Willian. What a free kick it is. Just bending it round the wall. It's a big wall they put up as well. He just can't get across, Bentley. He starts towards the far post. He can't get back. It's hit with pace. There's no run-up, really, from Willian. One pace into it, and whips. Wraps his right foot around it. Really good goal from the Brazilian. Yelland.
Here's John Terry. He's not scored too many from there in his career.
He was just making his way up to get in the box when the ball was played to him. Fabregas just rolling the ball to John Terry. Actually could have taken a touch and got himself into the penalty box.
Batshuayi. And here's Pedro, 2.
Be interesting to know who the pass was actually intended for. Batshuayi, was it intended for Willian, or was it intended for that man there, Pedro, coming in from his right wing-back position? Doesn't really make too much difference. The timing in the run was excellent. It's actually Loftus-Cheek that was making a run through the inside. I think it was meant for him. He miscontrolled it, and suddenly Pedro was in. What a good finish it was. Difficult to get it past Bentley from that angle. Just plays it as the goalkeeper's coming out. He just plays it at the right time before he sets himself, because it's stuck under his feet, Pedro. So the goalkeeper's setting himself, and suddenly it's beyond him and through his legs. Really good finish.
Loftus-Cheek trying to find an angle, but all he finds is a corner.
That's the run I was talking about earlier. When Cesc Fabregas gets on the ball, the wing-back wants to come that little bit wider to stop Nathan Ake getting forward. He's got to get back round on the cover. Great pass. In the end, he didn't quite do enough, Loftus-Cheek. His first touch was quite good, but once he got in behind the defender, he should have gone again.
Terry. Bit of confusion, but Batshuayi. Well, there are appeals from Chelsea that
created. Here it is again. Does it go over the line? No, it doesn't.
Fabregas. Loftus-Cheek.
Well, the understanding, the movement, the passing of Chelsea is excellent. Fabregas playing the ball in. Loftus-Cheek's trying to get it round the corner for Batshuayi. He really hits it well. It falls for him here. It's a decent save from Bentley in the end.
Fabregas. And hooked wide by Ake. Fabregas. And Here is Batshuayi, but the flag is up. And it remains 2-0.
I don't think it was for Batshuayi, it was for the first ball that was played to Pedro. He made his run here, just took another touch. He tried to get himself back onside, but it's the right decision. What a pass from Fabregas. Some of his passing in the first half.
Nicely done, and Batshuayi, but again the flag is up.
Well, Pedro's making the runs, the players on the ball.
Fabregas.
I'm not sure he struck that perfectly, but he's got a corner out of it. Cesc Fabregas, who's beginning to run the game now. Just comes off the goal.
Fabregas. Loftus-Cheek. Not alone with Batshuayi, hoping for something from him. Flicked on, and only parried by Begovic, which allowed a follow-up from Vibe, and that itself yields a corner.
Well, he looked threatening from set plays. There's a bit of holding going on in the box. In the end, it was aimed to that near post. They got the first flick on.
It's meaterly hit. And Brentford of the Championship have yet really to lay a glove on them. Where we go. Kick-off orchestrated by Batshuayi and foul the French right wing-back, Collin. Woods with the cross. And Vibe! Well, he tried to free his feet. Seemed to take forever. Loftus-Cheek. Willian. In search of an angle.
Well, he did everything right, didn't he? Threatened to cross a couple of times or get his shot away. The timing of the run's good. Loftus-Cheek finding him. Always going to come back on his right foot. Threatens to shoot here. And then gets his shot in eventually.
Batshuayi. Away from Woods. Loftus-Cheek. Unlucky. Face of the crossbar denies the youngster. Pedro has opened it up a little. Couldn't keep the shot down, though.
And the last touch, I just think he overran it slightly. Look at this for a run. He's past the challenge there. It's quite a hefty one. Woods tries to bring him down there. He goes past that, but he times the pass to perfection. It's almost the perfect finish as well from Loftus-Cheek on his left foot. Just tries to lift it over the goalkeeper as he goes to ground. Gets too much on it.
Next to him. And Ryan Woods. Good play, chance for Brentford. And Begovic does enough to retain his clean sheet.
Well, he does really well until the final finish. Linares, not known for his goal scoring. Really good ball from Woods. He makes the right run, just turns away from Terry, gets beyond Azpilicueta. Begovic was right out on top of him. Could he have just lifted it over him? His own player got in his way for a moment there, Vive. By the time he got his head up, Begovic was right up.
Loftus-Cheek. And still blocked away to safety.
Could he have struck it earlier? Batshuayi does well to hold off the challenge again. Centre half doesn't come across until it's, well, it wasn't too late in the end. Linares got a slight touch on it. And then recovered. Egan does well to get the block in.
Pedro. Two to the left, Ivanovic to the right. He's not long been on the pitch, but Branislav Ivanovic puts this tie beyond all reasonable doubt.
Well, he played 2 or 3 parts in this move. First of all, he was under a bit of pressure. Then played beyond that, played the 1-2, and Pedro's been excellent. Just times his pass. It wasn't the perfect pass. He had to just wait for it slightly, Ivanovic. Might have to question the goalkeeper's position. Gave a lot of space at the near post for Ivanovic to hit. And he Certainly hits it with power. Poor positioning by Bentley in the end, but really good bit of play from Ivanovic, playing a 1-2 with Zuma, playing a 1-2 with Pedro, and then getting himself into that forward area.
Batshuayi.
Now that's where he's got to...
Zuma. Costa. Over goes Ivanovic, and Michael Oliver awards Chelsea a spot kick.
Actually wasn't a great pass from Diego Costa. It was in between the two players. But Ivanovic knew the challenge was coming in, so all he had to do was just toe it away. Yelland, the centre-half, who takes a big swing at this.
Desperately short of goals just 4 this season, so a chance to boost his confidence from the spot, which he does. And Chelsea's lead now is not only winning, but handsome too.
That's a good finish. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, right in the corner, hit with enough power as well. So if Bentley had chosen the right way, probably wouldn't have saved it. I think he's deserved a goal. He's worked hard as the main front player. Trying to do the things that Conte expects of him. Make the forward runs, but also link up the play. Be good with his back to goal. Be a threat with his movement.
Will be hot up.
Certainly got a bit of pace in this. Rather than cross it, he goes for goal himself. Begovic may have been beaten had it gone in at that near.
Ivanovic and Diego Costa. Egan got half a challenge in, and Costa was trying to tee up Kennedy.
What a...
Ivanovic. And it was Costa stooping in, sniffing a fifth for Chelsea. So, top of the Premier League and about to be confirmed in the last 16 of this season's Emirates FA Cup.
Chelsea comfortably through to the next round. Meanwhile, we're into the dying minutes of the Spurs against Wycombe game. Let's join that one now. Dan Mason and Danny Webber, your commentators.